Luke 1 verse 1. There are some key things I want us to bring out from this scripture again. There are things that are most assuredly believed amongst us. There are things that no matter how you try to explain it, we cannot compromise on this matter. You know what the three Igbo boys said? He said, over this issue, we don't get respect when it comes to this issue. We don't have manners. Yes. There are things that when it comes to those issues, we are not open for negotiation. We are not open for negotiation. Verse 2. Even as they delivered them unto us, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word. Go to verse 3. It seems good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first. Perfect understanding of all things from the very first, that thou mightest know the certainty of these things. Say certainty. Those things wherein thou hast been instructed is an instruction. It wasn't what? It wasn't a suggestion. Sound doctrine is very, very important in this kingdom. Else, we are going to end up introducing a God that Apostle Paul did not know. Number one pillar, correct information. Some of the things that we have is not correct information. It is half. Number one, correct information. Number two, complete information. And information can be correct and yet not complete. And information can be correct yet what? Not complete. For example, the issue of no matter what you do, God will always have mercy. Is it correct? It's correct, but it's not complete. Why is it not complete? It's not complete being that sin does not only have impact on heaven, it also has impact on you. So it's possible that even after God has forgiven you, your body will not forgive you. You remember what I taught you? So I mentioned 4 things that you consider when we talk about the issue of whether all sins are the same. And I told you that according to the opinion of Jesus, all sins are not the same. Because even Jesus Christ came and he said that the one that delivered me to these people is the one that has the greater sin. So if Jesus recognizes that there is a greater sin, that means there is what? There is a lesser sin. Yes, it's Jesus that said it. And I told you, I said that there is the heavenly response to sin. There is a way heaven responds to sin. And it was biblically expressed as one word. Death. The wages of sin is what? Is death. That's how heaven responds to sin. It will be an error for you to now say that because of that, all sins are the same. So whether it is this, whether it is this, heaven said it will respond through death. There are different kinds of death. Then I taught us on what? The societal response to sin. And I told you that the societal response to sin is usually partial or biased. That's the reason why the society in Africa does not find a problem with a man marrying 2 wives, but has a problem with a woman marrying 2 husbands. They don't have a problem with a man committing adultery, but they have a problem with a woman sleeping with another man that she's not married. That's the societal response. But the believer must be conscious of these things so that you don't bring shame to the name of your God. You must be conscious of it. There are certain things that you will do, and then you begin to hear stuff like, how can a believer do this? Avoid it. Say to your neighbor, say, avoid it. Avoid it. I didn't believe that a Christian can do this. Avoid it. Oh, yes, avoid it. Then what was the third one? The inner response to sin. There is something that sin does to you. So even after God has forgiven you, there is something it is doing to you. It's a gradual process, but it is already progressing. So when the man Paul was talking to Timothy, now told him, he said that there are some group of persons that you should avoid. Though. These people, their conscience have been seared with a hot iron. He said because they have been actually telling lies in hypocrisy. So he uses the word in plural. So what he was saying is, as they continued, the thing progressed to a point where their conscience no longer could no longer respond to that sin as sin. The inner response to sin. There is a way your body will respond to that sin, and there is something it will do to you that even after God has forgiven you and you have told God you will never do it again, but actually the sin has made progress in your heart, and you are going to find it easier to commit it the next time and find it harder to see it as a sin. That's the reason why you shouldn't dabble into sin. Complete information, correct information, complete information. Third one, correct application. So whenever you are hearing a teaching, think about the application. For example, this idea of once saved, forever saved. Once saved, always saved. Is it correct information? It's correct information. Are you surprised? You cannot just be walking on the street and your salvation will just fall from your pocket. Or because you have not prayed for the past 1 month, you have lost your salvation. And you cannot be giving your life to Christ every day. The one you did the first time is once and is eternal, and that is it. That's correct information. But for a man to say once saved, always saved, let's carry it into application. Application, the man now denounced Jesus. He now became a Muslim. Once saved, always saved. Okay, the man, he now is a pastor. He now came to church. He now said, I was praying last night and the Lord said, my son, marry 4 more wives. Oh my. Once saved, always saved. You see, in application, it becomes incorrect information. That is the reason why you can say that is not a sound doctrine. That is not a sound doctrine. Application, because in application, it is a subtle way to walk in the path of destruction. Another one, number 4, correct emphasis. Emphasis is very, very important. Emphasis is very, very important. For example, when we are talking about the issue of giving, correct emphasis is very, very key in order for you to get the reward for every single thing that you are doing. Very, very key. Does God bless givers? Yes. But if you now start giving because when you give, God is going to bless you, what's that one? Is that one still giving? Trade by barter. Emphasis. Okay. Another point of emphasis. Pay your tithe. Pay your tithe. No matter what you do, pay your tithe. All your money, pay your tithe. She went to sleep with one man last night. The man gave her 1 million. She brought 100K to come and pay tithe. So you see that there are other things that in terms of emphasis, they should be louder than the issue of tithing, because there are believers that are not tithing but are dangerous givers. They are not doing that 10% thing. What they are giving monthly is not, they are those people, in fact, they don't even call it tithe again. They are dangerous givers and they are receiving the reward, while there are still Christians that are paying tithe and are suffering. Yes. So we will begin to emphasize the right things. That was what Jesus was saying in Matthew 23:23. He was saying, you pay tithe for this. If your goat born, you pay tithe out of it. If your this is, but the weightier matters, the issues that matter the most, you are not emphasizing it. So the believer must learn to be silent on issues that Jesus is silent on. The believer must learn to be loud on issues that Jesus is loud about. Jesus was very loud about the issue of sexual immorality. Jesus was very loud about the issue of kingdom. The reason why Jesus was not loud about the issues that pertains to giving to church is because when a man truly encounters kingdom, you don't need to cajole him to give. Yes, if I have to talk about giving here, before you know that we need money, I don't need your money, and the work will progress without you. If I have to now preach, I will now preach giving and say, give and it will be given unto you. If you want to live a tithe, come and give your tithe. If you don't want to be an orphan, give your offering. Thank God I don't even collect offerings in my ministry. So I'm so free when talking about these things. As you grow, you will know that your resources needs to be involved. Correct emphasis. Correct emphasis. Is it good to talk about hell? Of course. But imagine 52 Sundays, the man preached about hell 50 times. Yo. Correct emphasis. Correct emphasis. Correct emphasis. Then the last one, correct priority. Priority matters. Priority matters.
Oh, what an experience. For sure, you have been enlightened. Visit bit.ly/theburden messages to get access to more of our messages for free. You can join our team or volunteer for our various outreaches across Nigeria and other nations by visiting tinyurl.com/theburden-member. Partner with us to reach more teenagers and youth by sending us a one-time gift or a monthly support by filling a partnership form at tinyurl.com/theburden-partner. Join us for a physical weekly experience every Wednesday at Night of Burdens, a palpable experience with Jesus, 7 p.m. till 12 a.m. midnight at the Benin Teens and Youth Refinery. For all enquiries and directions, please call or WhatsApp 081-499-38529 or 081-353-53447. Follow us on Facebook at The Burden International, Instagram at TheBurden_INTL. Connect with us on YouTube by subscribing to Osaigbovo Ighodaro YouTube channel for life transforming content. We shall be many.